it's Mia Jones from TV21, and you're listening to Teens Speak Out podcast, the show that gets the thoughts and feelings from students around the Toms River District. I'm here with Rachel Winek and Adrian Goley, and today we're talking about social media. We had the chance to travel around high school east and get some opinions. Here is a look at what some of the classmates said.
I think it's a little bit of both. The good part is because you could keep in touch with family, see all the connections they're doing, how they're doing, and even your friends see what accomplishment they're doing. But I also think it's bad because you learn bad stuff and like you see people doing bad things and they're just wanting to brag and see about it. But I really think it's good to keep in touch with family that way.
Thank you. Do you think social media is good or bad and why?
I think it's good because without social media, we couldn't post things online and chat with our friends if they're far away, and probably find some lucky finds for our collectors if you're like a DVD or a toy collector.
Think social media affects attention span in a good way or a bad way?
I think social media affects attention span in a negative way because everybody can just go on there and talk to whoever they want and get distracted from having real life conversations instead of,
Okay, do you think social media is good or bad and why?
I think social media is bad because it can manipulate you and it could change your perspective on life.
Do you think social media affects attention span and why?
Yeah, I think social media affects because I just stay up late at night, just watch Instagram Reels,
Okay, do you think social media affects attention span and why?
I do think that social media affects attention span because of TikTok and how almost every TikTok is like 15 seconds. So, yeah.
Do you think social media is good or bad and why?
Wow, I think social media is good in a way because you get to see what's going on and you get to keep in touch with your friends. So I think in that part it's good, but in a way it's bad. It causes a lot of drama and hurt feelings and yeah, so both, I think good and bad.
Okay, do you think social media affects attention span?
I think social media affects attention span because people are always checking their phones in class and they're just getting very distracted.
Does social media affect attention span and why?
Yes, I believe it does because it's something that's taken the teens away from the teacher and given them something else to focus on, even though it's definitely not school.
Social media is good or bad and why?
I think social media is bad because there's a lot of bad things on there, a lot of stuff that's going on in the world that probably shouldn't be out there, but I think it's really bad.
On the show tonight, we have junior Adrian Goley and sophomore Rachel Winek. Welcome to Teen Speak Out, and thanks for joining us. First off, Rachel, tell us more about why you're here.
I just wanted to get my opinion out there, how I feel about social media, and just how it's affecting the school.
What about you, Adrian?
Kind of just the same reason. It's important to talk about this kind of stuff in our community, so yeah.
Cool. Do you guys think social media is good or bad, a good or bad thing, and why?
I'm honestly in the middle because it can it definitely has something to do with cyberbullying, but also it can also influence you to do certain things and just pick up good habits and just to get inspired.
Yeah, honestly, I agree a lot with Rachel there. There's, a lot of good and also, unfortunately, a lot of bad that can come out of social media. But I think overall, as time goes on, we're starting to make it more good than bad.
Okay. Do you guys think social media affects attention span?
Definitely, because I'd be sitting on my bed for 3 hours, not even looking at the time, just scrolling and scrolling, and it's I'm not even learning anything. It's not beneficial, but I just be looking at my
can't go to bed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely true. It definitely negatively affects attention span. I feel like with, TikTok and YouTube Shorts and everything, there's Instagram Reels. It's just such short videos and a short span of time.
Just want to keep scrolling.
15 seconds each.
Yep. Okay. Do you guys think that social media portrays a false outlook on life?
Honestly, because people be fake on there. They only put the best moments of their lives,
or
with filters and stuff like that. Can you just show us what you actually look like?
Yeah.
Especially when you're this might be weird, but on a dating app, and you meet them in person, they don't even look like who
definitely.
Yeah, that's definitely true. There's obviously a lot of fake stuff, fake content out there, and it's just not true to themselves or anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you get jealous of them and jealous of their life when it's like not even real.
It's all fake.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Do you guys think that social media removes people from the world around us?
Definitely, because I remember in the first few days of school, like especially during gym when we were all just sitting down in the bleachers, everybody was on their phones. And I was just trying to make some friends, but I was on my phone too, so it's kind of my fault. But
Yeah, like everybody, always on their phone. A lot of people won't even really hang out in person anymore. They'll just hang out over the phone. Like one time I was walking home and this kid walked straight into a bush because he was staring at his phone. It was pretty funny, but it's kind of scary in a way.
Yeah.
It's like look up your phone for a second.
And it's just like so hard to start a conversation, especially when you're like conversating with somebody and they just like always be checking their phone.
Yeah.
I'm right here.
Yeah, like if you're telling a story and they're just like, like pretending to talk. Okay. Does social media harm students' ability to focus on schoolwork?
Definitely, like it goes into the same thing about attention spans or just like being distracted with your phone. You can go home and say you're gonna do your homework and then you get lost on your phone and like 3 hours go by and you just end up not doing your homework or just like it's too late to even do it.
Yeah, it definitely plays like a big role into especially like procrastination. It's like, oh, let me just watch one video. It'll just be one video,
just
but
a
then
little break.
It's always just one video.
it's not always just one. It always goes on, and then you're like, oh, it's due in an hour, and
Yeah, it's really bad. Like I remember even a few years ago we were watching YouTube videos, but now like I can't even sit down for it without like doing something else.
Yeah.
Just like getting, what's the word? Getting like
Distracted?
No, like you just get uninterested.
In the video?
Like in a YouTube video, if it's like 30 minutes long, I can't sit through that.
Oh no, me neither. I really can't unless it's like someone I really like to watch or something. I get very like I will be like I have to go to bed and then I just click on TikTok and I'm like, all right, this is gonna be my last video and I just can't
keep on going.
Yeah, or like I'll watch a story time that takes like 5 minutes.
Story time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How has social media changed the way people socialize?
I think we talked about that like a few questions ago too. It's just like in person, like we usually go on our phones or rely on our phones to like do stuff. Does that make sense? Just like we go on calls instead of just talking in person and just like laughing with each other. We just like sit there and just,
Yeah, unfortunately, that is kind of the case. There's a lot less in-person interaction. It's a lot more online, which I guess is just the way things are evolving. But it's just different than it used to be.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you guys think social media has impacted mental health on a lot of people?
Yes, because a lot of people just like compare their lives to others, and even just sitting and rotting in your bed can like cause depression. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's all these like bodybuilders or like models and stuff who are like post pictures of themselves, and then other people are like, oh man, I'm not good. Look at me compared to them, and there's a lot more than just that. There's cyberbullying and all these other forms of hate that some people just use, and obviously that can take a pretty big toll on people's mental health.
Yeah, definitely.
It ruins a lot of people's self-esteem.
Yeah, or definitely when people like flex what they have or like what they're doing or where they are. Yeah, it's just like gets people thinking like, oh damn, how come I'm not there? How come I don't got this? How come I don't got that?
Exactly. Okay. What is something positive about social media?
Honestly, I would say like inspiration or just seeing like things that you want to do, like an arts and crafts project or just like a new idea to go out with your friends or something like that.
Yeah.
Or even just seeing like the good, like those wholesome videos on like Instagram
Like
reels
the
about like, the dogs
yeah.
or something like that. Like that's my favorite part.
Yeah, there is obviously, even though we've been mostly talking about that, there is a lot of good which comes with social media and stuff. Like you were saying, there's a lot of cool videos that are really nice to watch. It's a good way to find like-minded people or people interested in the same thing. Like if you were into arts and crafts or whatever, it'd be a lot easier to find a group online than to go around in person and find people.
Yeah. I think like what you were saying about like the nice videos on social media. There's like Hope TikTok. I think that's what it's called. Hope Core. Yeah. That's what it is. It's so cute. Like I love watching that stuff because everyone's so happy. And then when do you think is the right age to get social media?
I don't know. I honestly think like middle school. In my opinion. But it's just hard to say because obviously I'm not in elementary school now, so I don't know like how the kids interact. And probably most of the elementary school kids got like a phone or something like that. Definitely you need some sort of communication, but social media, I feel like you shouldn't have Instagram at that age or something like that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think, I mean, in the end, it's kind of up to what the parent will decide for their kid.
Yeah.
But I would say, maybe intermediate school is probably a good age for, that rather than elementary school. Like when you're a kid, you're supposed to, be a kid, go hang out with
I
your
agree.
friends.
Play outside.
Yeah, play outside and stuff, not always be on your
And
phone.
take a picture of yourself or like trying to look cute.
Yeah,
like you're 10.
Yeah, you're literally
10.
yeah. You're not trying to look good for anyone.
Yeah. But to add on, like for the question before, we were saying like what are some positive things? I think it also brings people together, honestly.
Yeah.
And it definitely gives a lot of people jobs, like influencers who do the right things and they spread the right messages. Like it honestly just benefits them in a really good way.
And like I honestly think like if we didn't go to the same school, like it would be so hard to communicate. Like if you talk to someone else from another school, you don't see them a lot, so all you text is like on your phone, on social media, on Snapchat, Instagram. So I feel like it is beneficial in that type of way.
Yeah, it definitely helps you reconnect. Because I know my mom, like she still talks to people that she went to school with in kindergarten, elementary school, and from like all her grades.
Yeah,
really
like
just helps.
even if you don't see them, you can still like talk to them on the phone.
You can see what they're up to and stuff like that.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I would like to thank you all for being here today. It was great hearing all the different opinions from around our school. Please be sure to tune in to our YouTube channel for more episodes of this show and others. From Teen Speak Out, I am Mia Jones.